Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Martin Day Trades, and I have a Trader Mindset clip here for you guys. I'm gonna be dropping some value, some gems about the 8 things that I wish I knew about trading when starting out, and how you can benefit from my experiences. Now, I've been trading for about 2.5 years, but with a set strategy under my mentor, FBA Capital. I've been doing this for about 8 months. And I'm finding good consistency. I'm essentially a break even trader right now. I'm trying to work my way towards not taking bad setups and preserving capital. So that's the next step in my journey is to now become profitable. I know how to trade, I know the rules, I know the software, I know everything, I know the psychology, I know where I'm going wrong so that I now can improve. So with that being said, let me go ahead and switch the camera, guys. So, what I want to let you guys know is when you're on this journey towards mastery, mastery takes about 7 years. About people say 1,000, 10,000 hours. It's anywhere in between that, but it's a point where you develop a flow state and you know what you need to do to produce results. So one of the things that successful people do, and I'm gonna drop this right here, guys. This is gonna be the intro, not the 8 reasons or the 8 things that I wish I knew, but I want to tell you guys um one thing that helped me personally was creating other challenges besides day trading. So I had a challenge in 2020 when I'm doing it now in 2022. I read it's read one book a week for the full year. In 2020, I did that, and in 2022, I'm doing it now. And in 2021, I just read here and there. I still read a bunch of books, but not 52 books for the year. So, what I want to now get into is okay, guys, here is uh, advice piece number one. Ready? Forever be kind to yourself. That is the biggest thing to propel yourself as an individual with anything in your life. Be kind to yourself. And I'm not talking about just being kind externally. One must be kind to themselves internally first. Develop your mindset. Create a very strong, loving, kind mindset towards yourself because once you start treating yourself a certain way, that's you start to treat others a certain way. And just because like myself, I've been an asshole for essentially 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years, maybe 20 years, I don't know, but I'm changing and I'm aware of it and I know that I need to do differently, think differently. So the fact that I'm even considering myself had been an asshole, I'm not an asshole anymore. I am just me. And uh that is uh advice piece number 1, be kind to yourself. So I want to get to advice piece number 2, and this is the fact that this is most people who take the trading journey is that you will go crazy. You will go crazy. And because it's okay because we all do as traders. And guess what? We come out stronger at the end after going crazy. And the psychology behind that with sapiens is us humans is when you start to tear down your beliefs, start questioning why your experiences, beliefs, thoughts, and emotions, you're going to realize you believed in certain things for so long that it doesn't make sense to think differently, but the more realistic and thought you put into it, you're going to understand that you may have had a wrong belief. And changing beliefs is not easy because we're based off routine, so we want to keep going back to those routines, those beliefs. But um, over time, you learn how to not be fearful, greedy, learn to just get rid of these negative type of attributes that a person can have so that the trading isn't affected by it. The person isn't affected by it. The life, the story, the one's book isn't affected by it. So that's advice piece number two, guys. I'm gonna jump right into advice piece number three. And that piece of advice is trading is a lonely journey. Not very many people get the the they don't understand the depth of the payout for starting to trade and never giving up. They think it's a lot of people will tell you it's gambling. A lot of people will tell you otherwise. Like it's yes, it is gambling in a sense, but driving your car, there's risk in that. A lot of people die a year actually, guys, and on motorcycles, but guess what? A lot of people still do it, right? And that's risk. Is it gambling? Yeah, to me that's gambling. See, that's beliefs, guys. We can have conflict of beliefs here, you know? And some people will say, no, that's not gambling. That's other people's fault. And at the end of the day, it is gambling. It is risk. It is a decision. But a lot of people have ego and they don't step out of their own heads, their own shoes, and try to understand, well, where is this person coming from when he's saying that this is gambling and this is not that? Hey, if there's a systematic approach to this and there's people doing it in real life, what did they do to become successful? And that is they took this lonely journey on and about trading is self-discovery. Fuck what everybody else says, excuse my language, but fuck what everybody else says about making money with trading. Fuck the money, guys, because it's all about self-discovery. Once you learn how to be a winner, the money will come. The money will come. But a lot of people see the money and then the devil comes out. The devil is just fear, greed, negative vibrational attributes, values that a person, a sapien, can have. And sapiens created good and bad and gods and devils, right? So devils are negative, gods are positive. So you can just kind of just put those two and two together and just say, well, how do I want to operate? Do I want to live in hell? Do I want to live a hell on earth or do I want to live a heaven on earth? And that's just a simile, not a simile. It's a just a way of saying it's the way that your thinking, your beliefs, thoughts, emotions, experiences need to change to be something that can learn you. Someone can learn to appreciate a situation, no matter how negative it is, because at the end of the day, do you want to see it as a negative or a positive? Because at the end of the day, you could find something to learn from that mistake. And then, is it really a mistake? It's not. If you learn from it and with the dying will, passion to, with burning grit and perseverance and desire to succeed with whatever your goal is, there is no losing. There is only learning. So I'm gonna jump into advice piece number four. Advice piece number four. So goodbye. Advice piece number four is good character. This is kind of just going off of number three. So what does good character look like, and what have people called it in the past? They've been called coaches. They've been called leaders. They've been called messiahs. They've been called gods. They've been called warriors. They've been called champions. They've been called winners. They've been called many things, which just at the end of the day is just a way of thinking. It's a higher vibrational type of way. Good sportsmanship compared to bad sportsmanship. One's the devil. There's a team that's the devil if they're bad sportsmen, and then there's the team that are gods if they're good sportsmen. You know what I mean? Like if there's a team that's fearful, those are the devils over there, and if there's a team that's courageous, those are the gods. But those are just words, gods, devils. I'm just saying good, bad. It's these are just words coming out of my mouth, guys. I'm trying to give you a vision with the communication signal here, because these are just words that are made up that we've all have agreements on, based upon to kind of mean something. But words to certain people mean differently because people have a better profoundness understanding of the depth of what words mean. So I just kind of want to jump now into advice piece number five. So advice piece number five is there is no shortcuts. There is no magic pill. Do the fucking work. Do the fucking work, right? Because if you're just looking to cheat your way through fucking your goal, you're gonna get shitted on, you bitch. You know, like but that's just how I feel like, guys. But I need to learn how to be a little bit more calm in that sense because I see a lot of people wanting to cheat the process, and that it just doesn't. never ends good, guys, for these people. Trust me, I've done it in the past. I've tried to cheat. One time I cheated during a golf tournament during high school. Yeah, I wanted to lower a stroke, and guess what? I had to live with that, and I've had to learn how to let go of that. But from that moment forward, I had to learn to just be impeccable with my word that I am not a thief, I am not a cheater, I am not anything negative. I am someone who can be better, you know. So do the work. You don't know what you don't know. That's one thing, guys. Like, do the work. It's gonna take a different routine to learn something else, a different trigger in your routine. We're all based off of routines, and there's these things called triggers where if you identify a trigger, you can literally change the direction of your bodily movement. And once you start moving your bodily movement different, you start to move your mind different. And once you start moving your mind different, your character, your spirit transforms. So there's one last piece with that number five, and that is learn to love learning again. Love, learn to love learning again. I'm going to say that one last time. Learn to love learning again. Because once we stop growing, that is the pinnacle of who you are in existence from the life you've had. And if you were, this is the pinnacle of you now, you have, let's say you're 30 and you live to 70, 40 more years of just living below your pinnacle. You went to your peak. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was the best you could do in your lifetime. Hmm. So I'm gonna go on to number six now, guys. Number six, for my advice about things I wish I knew about trading when starting out and how you can benefit from my experience is be patient. Learn to breathe, learn to do yoga, learn about the human mind, learn about other people's experiences of their journeys and how they had to be a different person. Learn how there's one book called from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, or Man's like that. But he was a Holocaust survivor. So he wrote, and he was a psychotherapist who was a psychologist who knew about terms and studying the humans and sapiens, so that when he went to these holocausts, he had to live in a higher vibration, no matter the day. He had to be striving for something because he noticed that the people who gave up died. They gave up and died. Well, they deserve to die, don't you think? They gave up, right? They're in the Holocaust. Hey, just kill me off. Higher probability. That's just a higher chance of probabilities to die, and people were. That's not cool about being trapped as humans and put into cages and killed and experimented on. But the fact that there was people who didn't give up, and those people tended to survive the whole time, unless they were picked out and killed and random situations like that. But Viktor Frankl was not one of them, and I learned a lot from that book, guys. I don't have. I'm gonna see. I read a lot of books, guys. Um, but I give back a lot of books. Uh, because oh, there it is. Oh no, that's As a Man Thinketh. Where it is, Viktor Frankl, the man's search for meaning, guys. So as you can see, this is my Audible account in the back. I have 4 pages worth of pages of books that I've read, but a lot of them I give back because I get extra credit. The most current one I'm reading is Steve Jobs, My Wish List. I added one recently, guys. Let me just kind of go through that with you, and it's called How to Sleep Well: The Science of Sleeping Smarter, Living Better, and Being Productive. Guys, those are all powerful, profound words. This book holds a lot of value, guys. And I saw it and on a meme, and I was like, huh. So I looked into it, and I'm like, wow. And it's a Dr. Neil Stanley. So it gives the publisher summary is it has never been more important to sleep well. Stop sabotaging your own sleep and finally wake up energized and refreshed. Wow, doesn't that sound like a no-brainer, huh? But let's see. How to Sleep Well is a guidebook that can change your sleep and help you live your life more fully. Whether you struggle to fall asleep, sleep too lightly, wake too often, or simply cannot wake up, this book can help you get on track sleeping well and living better. Because remember, guys, we don't know what we don't know until we fucking listen to it, right? So it all starts with the science of sleep, how much you really need, what your body does during sleep, and the causes behind many common sleep problems. So you guys can read that, but this is from a doctor and it has a lot of value and it talks about how sleep can actually help you with your productivity. Because remember, the more productive a person is because the more energy they have, but they've had to learn how to change their routine to find more energy. Usually working out will do it, stretching will do it, meditating will do it, yoga will do it. And I guess now looking at this is sleeping well will do that. So that's cool. I'm going to tap in and do that, but we can go back and you guys can see these are some of the books. Homo Deus is a good one. Homo Sapiens. Um, 85% Rule. Shoe Dog, Phil Knight. The Changing World Order. Ray Dalio. Business Adventures. The Way of the Wolf. One of the very first books I read was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. David motherfucking Goggins. That's the one that changed. That book changed my life. That book fucking changed my life. Can't lie. And then I read Man Up, and I printed out the Man Up manifesto. It's bullet points that talks about growing up as a man with good character, sticking to your goals, sticking to your guns, grabbing yourself by your balls, and sticking to your word. That's essentially what this is about. But how to be a family man and learn. It's always a continuing growth. Just because you aren't the type of person or that you want to be now doesn't mean you cannot change. So that's just who I am as a person. I'd be, declare war on yourself. Work on your discipline, guys. Anxiety, anger management, The Alchemist. That's a great story, guys. Great story about going out and accomplishing your dream. The Richest Man in Babylon, guys. This is a really good book about the person who was a peasant, a fucking peon, and guess what? He got a job, and he learned how to put 10% of his fucking money into assets and became the richest man in Babylon. He had vision. And then there's this Millionaire Next Door, The Surprising Secrets of America's Rich, and that there's one good person that I know who can match that, and that's my neighbor TJ and Levine. He reminded me to this book to the T. But if we go down, we can go back to page 3. I'm gonna go down here, guys, and do something a little different. Sorry, this is gonna take a little longer, guys. 18 minutes so far. Uh, might be 2 pages worth of books. So we have all these books here that I've read, and the Power 48 Laws of Power. That's a good one. Talking to Strangers, What We Should Know About the People We Don't Know. That's a good one. I actually haven't listened to that one. I really want to listen to it. The Art of Thinking Clearly. That was a good one. The Master Keys to Riches. These are kind of the same. I didn't read that one. How to Own Your Mind. I didn't read that one. Nope, I didn't read that one. The Art of War. I read that one. I read all these ones down here. Yeah, but let me go back, guys. Let's go back to the journal. Um, Trader mindset, 8 things I wish I knew about trading. I'm gonna make that a little bigger. So yeah. So now I'm gonna go to the number 7 of a piece of advice that I would give somebody who's looking to take the journey of trading, and that is make friends. You're gonna, it's gonna be a lonely journey, guys. Real lonely journey. The best I can do is say, hey, make time for yourself to make friends. Either that be other traders on Instagram or on YouTube or just like-minded individuals. Find a group. There's not very many groups ever of traders. That's why I want to move to Miami. Um, but this is something that I highly recommend because your friends are your network, business partners. I don't call people friends. I call people business partners, but they're my friends. And these people gotta kind of be ruthless with them, even though they're your friends because, or they're your business partners because that's being honest with yourself. If you're brutally honest with somebody, they will respect you a lot more. Why? Because you're honest. That's good character. Okay. So then number 8, this is the last one for the 8 things I wish I knew about trading when starting out and how you can benefit from my experiences. The last one is do not build bad trading habits. Do not build bad trading habits. I highly recommend do not place a trade until you've read books, changed your mindset, feel that you can win. Feel that you can win. Yes, if you have to believe that you can. If you say you can't, you can't. And I'll agree with you, although I know you can. So do not build bad trading habits because it's we all when we start doing certain actions, how our brain works. Let me look this way. So how our brain works is that it creates neural pathways. Synapses shoot through the neurons and electrical signals create these neural pathways for the actions that we do in life, and then after they create these new pathways, it's sure it seems a little stressful to create new habits, but that's because we're literally using brain power to do these new habits, right? To think differently, to learn differently, create those synapses of stuff that we're learning about, triggers. Trust me, guys, as time goes on, the stress goes away. Let me say that again. As time goes on, the stress goes away. You have to have faith in that concept and then believe it. Because if you believe your beliefs, remember, we're all based off beliefs, but if you believe that you cannot do it, that is it. That is your pinnacle for life. So let me just kind of tell you guys about my experiences that I learned how to trade on MetaTrader 4, set it up to Hugo's way, and I had been investing into crypto and I would have made a lot of money, but then I exchanged that crypto to the Forex exchange market and didn't know shit. Didn't know shit. And I traded and lost it all. Wild, huh, guys? I would have made a lot of money just holding. But um I lost another time when my grandma gave me 600. I ended up growing 600 to 2000 in one day. I caught a move. Didn't know where my entry was. I was just like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna trade right now." It might have been during the middle of the fucking day, middle of the New York session, right? So that's one thing that I did wrong, and but it helped me become a better trader because I have a burning desire to win because I see people. My mentor Andre Diaz, FBA Capital, made 36%. That's the thing though, 36% of what? He has a 100K funded account. In the last 30 days, he made more than $1,000 a day, and he didn't even trade every day. There's only 20 trading days in the month. He only traded maybe 14 days. He made 2% each day. Wild, guys. Wild how what consistency can do, discipline can do. Wow. But yeah, guys, I'm breaking down my neural pathways that I learned with building bad trading habits to then now have a set trade plan. I highly recommend following a quality trader, someone who's very transparent. Someone has to be very, very, very transparent with their trading because there's a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of people who are faking it. A lot of people who just show their wins and they don't show the losses. They don't show the journey. They just say, "Oh, blah blah blah," and pay my course $2,500. Do it, and you'll be successful. Yeah, someone can do it. It's an investment, and if they never quit, after that, they can find consistency later on. But there's no way to shortcut the process, the journey. I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's change your mindset. Change your mindset. Trade. We gotta wake up. Be there. You gotta be there to get the opportunity each day. There's an opportunity. I heard my grandpa say there's just because one door shuts doesn't mean there's going to be another door elsewhere. And for me, every passing day is a new door that opens up, and it's open for me to go in. But if I enter wrong, if I enter this door wrong, it will slam on me and take my money. So what I'm trying to do is moonwalk into these doors so that I can make smooth profit because I have a fucking trade plan every fucking day, right, guys? Because that's what it takes. But yeah, guys, I then back testing. Back testing builds confidence. Confidence is what? Good character. So when you do the work, you build confidence because now you have that experience. Remember, we're based off experiences, beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. So once you start changing your experiences, you become the experience. So once you go from losing and being a loser in life to learning to cut out bad trades because you're back testing and actually trading, building the confidence to trade winning trades, you go from being a loser to being a break even trader to being a profitable 36% trader like Andre. So that's where I stand, guys. This is Martin Day Trades. I'm going to switch the camera so you can guys get my 4K camera that's up here seems to be a little loose. I'm gonna have to tighten that back there. It keeps sliding up. But yeah, guys, this is Martin Day Trades. You guys can follow me on Instagram, martin.daytrades. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you're taking the journey, tell me how your what your experience is. I'll read it. If it's a paragraph, two, three, four, a chapter, write it. I'll read it, and then I'll get to know you. But with that being said, this is Martin Day Trades. Be cool. Be ready for my weekly market outlook that's coming out later today, and we'll see what we're gonna be looking for, the trend, the overall bias of the trend, and then see what we can do short term. Take it easy, guys.